Hello and welcome, Charles here. For today I want to talk about a really important topic because today I want to talk about the optimal protein intake if you want to combine both worlds of being healthy on one side but also of building the most muscle mass on the other side. Because I guess you know that if you eat too little protein you will not be able to build the most amount of muscle possible. But then on the other side, if you eat too much protein, this could not be the best for your health. I already talked about that in all the videos, how a lot of protein, especially also animal protein, will activate your mTOR pathway too much or a lot of times, and then also which could lead to more oxidative stress and which could also lead to faster aging. So in this video here I want to show you the minimum effective dose of protein that you need to build muscle, but also that you need to be the healthiest possible. If you want to combine the best of both worlds, make sure to watch this video till the end, because in the middle of this video I will be presenting you some studies and it will become a little bit theoretical. But after that I will show you how to calculate your own protein intake, what to do with all these numbers and how you can then find your own personal protein intake. So without any further ado, thanks a lot for watching guys, and let's dive into the studies. Before I go into the actual studies, I want to give a huge shout out to Menno Henselmans, who provided me with this kind of information. So if you want to know more and if you want to look at the cutting edge science in this actual niche of natural bodybuilding, then you should really check him out. He has an awesome blog and he writes awesome articles. I will put the article in the description below. So the first study I want to look at in this video is a study by Taropolsky et al. From 1992. They observed no differences in whole body protein synthesis or indexes of lean body mass in strength athletes consuming either 0.64 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds or 1.1 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds over a 2-week period. And also what they found is in the higher protein group, protein oxidation was much higher and was actually increased. So this means that a lot of protein was not being used and then protein actually oxidizes. So this is pretty interesting. 0.64 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds was actually sufficient. The second study I want to mention here is the study by Wahlberg et al. From 1988. They found that 0.73 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds was sufficient for maintaining positive nitrogen balance in cutting weightlifters over a 1-week period. So here also 0.73 grams of lean body mass in pounds was sufficient. The next study I want to mention here is a study by Lehman et al. From 1992 that also found no differences in muscle mass or strength gains in novice bodybuilders consuming either 0.61 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds or 1.19 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds over a 4-week period. And here also in this study the authors actually recommend 0.75 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds, which isn't actually a lot. I will go deeper into that later. The last study I want to mention here is a study by Hoffman et al. From 2006 that also found no differences in body composition, strength or resting hormonal concentrations in strength athletes consuming either 0.77 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds or more than 0.91 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds over a 3-month period. So also here 0.77 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds was sufficient. So if you look at all these studies, you can conclude that a protein intake of 0.8 grams of protein per lean body mass in pounds is actually sufficient and is totally safe for your gains. Because what you need to consider as well, all these authors, when they talked about 0.8 grams per protein of lean body mass in pounds, they already added a safety margin to that number, which means that all these recommendations often include a double 95% confidence level in all their studies, meaning they took the highest mean intake at which benefits were still observed and then added 2 standard deviations to that level to make absolutely sure that all possible benefits from additional protein intake are utilized. So this means that in the 0.8 grams there is already a safety margin included, so you don't need to eat even more just to be safe, because if you hit this number, you are already safe. So I just wanted to mention that. So yeah, after having heard all this information, let's dive into the actual calculation and how you can calculate that for yourself. So now, what do you do with all these numbers? Because I know it's a little bit complicated. So what you need to know is, in all of these studies, they talked about your lean body mass in pounds, not your actual body mass in pounds. So how do you know your lean body mass in pounds? It's pretty simple. You just need to know your actual body fat percentage. So to know that, you need to estimate your body fat percentage, because to know your actual body fat percentage, you would need to cut your body in pieces and like to analyze every piece and then like to do it like that, but it's just not practical. So for estimating your actual body fat percentage, I will put a picture in the description below. I will put a chart down there, so then you will be able to estimate it with pictures, because you don't need to estimate it like perfectly, but you should be in an accurate range. So let's say you weigh 150 pounds total, and you have a body fat percentage, or better to say, you estimated your body fat percentage at around 15%. Then you just need to calculate 150 times 0.15, and then you get a body fat mass of 22.5 pounds. So this means a little bit more than 20 pounds of your body mass is just fat. So then you subtract these two numbers and you get around 127.5 pounds of lean body mass. So then what you need to do is you just need to multiply this 127.5 pounds times 0.8, which will give you a protein intake of around 100 grams a day. So this is not really a lot if you think about it, because these studies I've mentioned before, they said that even less should be enough, like 0.75 grams of protein, 0.65 grams. So if you would take this 130 pounds of lean body mass and calculate it times 0.65, you would get the protein intake of even less. So what I want to say with that is, if you are A, in a lean bulk, or B, trying to just maintain your weight, this protein intake will be enough, because if you are not in a calorie deficit, you don't need that much protein. But then if you're actually on a diet right now, if you want to like save your muscles from like losing, if you want to keep your muscle mass, you should consume a little bit more protein. So then I would amp up this number to around 1 gram of protein per lean body mass in pounds, because your body will automatically take some of your dietary protein and use it as energy source if you are in a calorie deficit. So then, as I said in my example before, if you weigh around 150 pounds, you have a body fat percentage of 15%, then you would need to eat around 130 grams of protein a day if you are on a calorie deficit. These numbers are not set in stone. You know, if you eat like 150 grams on one day and 120 grams on the other day, it's not really that it's not that bad. But this 130 grams is like a good standard if you want to go for the most optimal diet. But also, if you're on a bulk, you can also eat more protein. But I like to combine both worlds of being healthy, or better to say, to being the healthiest possible, but also getting good results in the gym. So for that reason, I decided for myself to stay at the lower range of this protein intake. Eating more protein may have some advantages from some other people, but this is a topic for another video. In this video, I wanted to combine the best of both worlds, and I wanted to show you what my thoughts are about that. So this was my video, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. If you have any questions, let me know as well. I will feature the best ones in my next Q&A at the end of the month. And also, if you want to see more, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I will make more videos about all these topics. And guys, I want to thank you for checking in. I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.